Cuba, it's me. Welcome to episode 158 of the W.I.L.L.I.W show, which stands for Wrestling is Life. Life is Wrestling. Now today I wanted to take it back to 93, 94, and the first wrestling video game I ever played, which was WWF Raw for Super Nintendo. Now, I had met this guy that loved wrestling even more than me, Aaron Curran, and he lived on the other side of town as me. But anyway, he told me that the game was coming in, and he had reserved it at this video store. It was called National TV and Video on Dogwood Street. It was right next to Action Sports. So I guess he went and bugged the guy every day. Finally, it got ordered it in. Now in Campbell River, we were always late on things like that, so I can't imagine that we got it the day it came out. But anyway, so the guy finally ordered it in, and Aaron reserved it for this one. It was a Saturday, and I remember it might have been in the summer. I just can't remember. I just remember there was no school that day, and so we planned it that I was gonna come over that day, and we were gonna indulge ourselves. We could not wait for this, and so the day came, and we proceeded to call him every half an hour and ask. I think maybe somebody else had it. I think that's what it was. Like someone else had come in and someone else had rented it out, and then we reserved it for whenever they returned it. So we would call like every half an hour and to ask him. We must have been annoying this poor guy at the store so much, but we wanted it that bad. We were just waiting, like we couldn't do anything else. Like it was forbidden. Like we were not allowed to have any fun until we got our hands on this copy. And Aaron's mom, Barb, was very generous to us. She gave us a bunch of money, so we'd like trying to kill time. So we walked up to Jolly Giant convenience store, and everybody knows how legendary this store is. And they had such great deals on like hot dogs and like nachos. And I remember we got some ice cream. They had like these bowls of ice cream, and they were all really good prices too. So we got some ice cream, just trying to kill time. So eventually we phoned, and sure enough, it was in. So we walked up to National TV and Video, and we got the game, and I don't even think we played the game for the first hour or two. We just went and listened. We were so happy to have the entrance musics. I believe we even got like a cassette tape and recorded each song onto a cassette tape, so we finally had the entrance musics. It was really great. And then, of course, we played a bunch of Royal Rumbles, and we just loved it. Like, at the time, it was so cool. It was groundbreaking. To me, it was the best game I'd ever played. I'd never played a wrestling game up until this point. And so it was so cool, and it was with the modern times. It had, like, you'd play their music when you pick the character screen, and it'd have, like, where they're from, and their weight, and their finishing maneuver, and whatnot, and the graphics looked pretty cool. I mean, the gameplay, compared to today's, obviously it wasn't that great, but for back then, it was really cool, and they did their finishing moves and stuff like that. I believe you had to hit R when you had the meter up or something, and throwing the guys over the top. Man, I swear we must have played this for like 8 hours straight. Excuse me. It was just a great moment, great time in my life, and since then, when I was a teenager, I was really into games. My favorite one was WCW for NWO Revenge World Tour or whatever, and I really played that one when I was for N64. And as I got older, I didn't play them so much. The cameraman had a couple. He had like 2K13, and we got 2K16 for free for like Xbox Live Gold rewards or something. They just gave it to us for free. But yeah, back in the day, I was really into the games and stuff like that. But that was my first wrestling game, and it was a monumental occasion, and it's a good time I always look back on. Remember, on the W.I.L.L.I.W show, like, or you get a leg drop, comment, or you get a clothesline, subscribe, or you get a suplex. I'm your host, Elian Habanero. I love wrestling. Cuba!